Welcome, everybody, to Animation Station, a Brazilian Dragon production. My name is Felipe, and I love Pixar so much. I am jumping up and down like a little Pixar lamp Luxo Jr., and I'm not alone. I am joined by someone who is such a star, you can put him on a ball and he'll roll around like the Pixar ball. His name is AJ Norris. AJ, how are you doing today?
I don't know if I like being compared to a ball. Oh,
Well, it's too late. It's already happened.
that ball gets squished in the introduction. I'm not okay.
You don't like it?
Like, listen, like Felipe, I like you, but I don't want you squishing me.
I won't squish you.
Thank you.
Yes. No, we don't squish in the Pixar universe. We don't support squishing.
Okay, fair enough. But like, I'm doing great. Happy to be here. And like, let me tell you something. The only thing I like more than Pixar is getting to talk to Pixar with you.
Oh my God. You are too kind, my friend. I'm very excited about this project that we have cooking up in our little noggins that are now hitting the interwaves, uh, the interwebs, the audio waves of our peers, our collaborators, our fans, our friends, our listeners. Oh my God, it's so exciting! It's so exciting! And yeah, what is your history with the Pixar cinematic universe?
Pixar was my childhood. I think as most of us, like Pixar helped form me and made me the person I am today. Um, Careless, idealistic, but with good morals.
Yes. Again, the A24 for kids. Pixar is incredible. Like we grew up, we are like I'm looking at this. So actually, before we go any further, should we explain what we're doing here?
Yes, of course.
Yes. So many of you have been listening to the Brazilian Dragon podcast for years, and over the course of the last year, I've been working on rebranding, restructuring, and kicking off two different podcasts under the Brazilian Dragon Productions umbrella. And this first one that AJ and I are doing is called Animation Station, and our first season is dedicated to rewatching every single Pixar movie, or in a couple of cases, for me at least, and possibly for AJ, probably for AJ, a first watch.
Yes, I like listen, I'm looking. There's like 30.
There's 30, and Toy Story
There's
5 comes out in the midst of this project.
yeah, so at the time of recording this, like I know I haven't seen at least six of them.
At least six. I have not seen Cars 3 or The Good Dinosaur. I think those are the ones I haven't seen. Maybe there's another one here I haven't seen before. Like, could I tell you anything about certain one of these? Like,
Hmm.
probably not. Like Monsters University is very like I watched it once and I don't really remember a ton about it. Like I
Mhm.
remember liking it. I remember crying. But yeah, no, I'm just very excited to recapture it. And I think we are the perfect demographic because we are Zillennials, cusps
Mhm.
of the millennial Gen Z border, and
Yeah.
we are the historians of what it was like to grow up with Pixar movies. We are the first generation that will ever experience that. We were crisscross applesauce watching VHS tapes, not even DVDs at the time, of Toy Story, of Finding Nemo, of Monsters Inc., of Bugs Life, of The Incredibles, rewatching these on Disney Channel whenever they would air, ABC, going to theaters to experience some of these movies for the first time. We are the orators of what Pixar was for this generation. There will never be another generation like us who will be the first to experience Pixar movies. And I think we are both historians and also
Mhm.
comedians at the same time. Because you know me and AJ, we love being silly billies.
I love being silly billies. You like being funny. Like this is going to be a good time, good energy, good vibes all around. Like it's going to be fun to get to revisit some like projects I haven't seen in forever. Because like I don't know the last time I seen a movie like Brave. Like I don't know when's the
I
last
think
time I
I've
saw
seen it once, and that was like when it was on TV and it had commercials. Um,
that.
yeah. So yeah,
So I think it's
Brave.
going to be
There's
a lot of
definitely,
fun.
especially like that middle era of Pixar. I
Hmm.
feel like I'm very familiar with the recent ones, like because I watched them in theaters as an adult. I'm familiar with the OGs, right? Because that's what we grew up on. But that like that
Hmm.
middle section is going to be something fascinating to explore, where
I
like
like that
Pixar was
because
learning about
because we're
itself.
because we're both going to be familiar with the early era.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm going to be familiar with the middle area. You're going to be familiar with the newer stuff because
yeah.
after Toy Story, well, after Incredibles 2, I don't think I've seen anything except for Soul and Turning Red.
You didn't see Toy Story 4?
No,
Oh,
that's the one with Keenan and Kel, right?
no, it's Key and Peele.
Keenan and Kel.
Who
That's how
loves
you know
orange
I didn't see it.
soda? No, I'm
That's
kidding.
how you know I didn't watch it. I got the wrong duo.
Yeah, but I also think like Pixar tells incredible human stories, like with like it's feel good movie at the end of the day. Like these situations, it's also like a lot of them are about like chaotic workplaces. Like if you think about it, Andy's Toys just coworkers. They live together, they live together, and they work together. This is we love reality TV, you and I.
Yes.
The Pixar characters, that's a docu-series. Just
Yeah, docu-series.
yeah.
I think it's going to be so much fun going through it. Like, and Woody is definitely like the manager that we want to get fired, but will not get
No,
fired.
no, no. We're not disrespecting Woody like this. No, no,
I
no.
would disrespect Woody.
We
I,
will have to rewatch Toy Story. I mean, yes, but Woody's not the manager. Andy's mom is the manager.
Andy's mom is just, I don't remember her in the first movie, so I
Yeah,
need to rewatch
we'll
it.
talk about this. But like, I remember I had this thought when I was watching Inside Out 2. Is like these are chaotic coworkers. That like they're all just trying to do their job their way. And yeah, but I like all the all the characters in these jobs for the most part, in these movies for the most part. Can't say the same for my own life. So, um,
Oh, listen, let me tell you something. I have never heard of a perfect workplace.
you haven't?
I
Pixar, of
haven't.
course, right? No, I don't know. We don't know.
Let me tell you something. This is a perfect workplace. It's just me and you, baby.
Yes,
Just me and you.
yes. Listen, Brazilian Dragon Productions is the healthiest work environment out there in the world.
Truly, truly. You got me over here. You got Nicole on the other side. Like, great vibes. Good
Great
workplace.
vibes. Like we're just here to hee hee ha ha, live, laugh, love.
Let me tell you something. When I come in so serious next episode, y'all ain't going to be
Yeah.
ready.
But I do think Pixar is like emblematic of like the culture we grew up around, where it's like these are
Yeah.
good stories with good characters who, at the end of the day, like
Mhm.
the villains are bad people who always have their comeuppance for the most part, unless I can't. Like, there's no
Mhm.
Avengers Infinity War where like the heroes lose, but like I feel like that's also like the thing that matters to us is like I feel like I have a good moral compass, and I think a lot of that not only was instilled from like the community I grew up around, but like the movies I
Mhm.
watched where the moral of the story and Pixar was like good people can disagree, but they can come together for the greater good and good things can happen. And I think that's something important to recognize with Pixar here. Um, do you have a favorite Pixar movie?
Yes. And it's not even close. Like Finding Nemo. That,
Same.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I think I've watched Finding Nemo. Like if I said 100 times, that'll probably be too low. Like,
Yeah, no, it was consistently on. I remember like one time I was watching and I was drawing like the fish tank characters.
mhm.
Like and also for me, like as I reflect on like the themes of Finding Nemo, like it really hits for me. Like I feel like I'm pretty sure I saw this in theaters. I recognize a lot of Nemo within myself. Like I am an anxious boy with like diagnosed OCD, so that's my lucky Finn. And like it makes me who I am. And like my parents were very like simultaneously like overprotective, but also aloof at the same time, which gives me a lot of Marlin slash Dory energy.
Mhm.
Like they're very like chaotic fun, but also super strict, and they just want like the best for me. And sometimes they would overprotect me in a way that I would get impulsive and like misbehave like Nemo. So like I recognize a lot of myself in that story, and it's also just like it's the biggest world in early Pixar for me. Like I think it's like maybe I've seen Bugs Life once, so I can't really speak to that, but everything else from the early days of Pixar is very like contained into like one or two locations. And listen, the scope is grand. Like Toy Story
Yeah.
goes to the airport in Toy Story 2. Monsters Inc. is like all in Monstropolis, which is a great world. Like Incredibles goes to like the island and then goes to like the Incredible City or whatever it's called. But Nemo is the full ocean, the ocean blue,
Like
in a big blue world,
the full ocean all the way
like
to a fish tank in a dentist office.
in
Like
Australia. But there's lobsters who are 100% in New England. Like they somehow transport from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean at one point
this
in the
was a
movie.
long journey.
Yes.
Like you really have to find Nemo. Like this is a dad that will go all over the world for his kid.
Yeah.
And I think that's like makes Marlon like a top tier person. But yeah, I
Yeah.
remember what's that thing called? We used to have we could record a movie or something like that.
VHS tape.
No, after VHS
DVR.
tapes, DVR. I remember DVRing that.
TiVo.
Uh, no, DVR. I remember DVRing it and like literally watching it every morning before school. Like
Yeah.
like every morning I put it on and I get mad because I never get to finish it because I wake up too late. How however, like Nemo, like such a like I think it gave me my like desire for adventure and my inability to go places
Exactly.
because I'm
Like I want to
incredibly
travel
big.
the world. I want to go to
Yes,
Australia.
Australia will be so much
At
fun.
the end of this project, we should have a live show in Australia at P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Cannot wait for you to pay for my ticket.
Cannot wait to have enough money to pay for my own ticket. Listen, we got to put it out there so that it happens, right?
Like, let me tell you something. Great things happen all the time.
Mhm.
And I think we are deserving. At
We
least
are
I am.
great, and when the Pixar pals, you and me,
Not
make
the
bank,
Pixar pals. Ah.
we're gonna pop off into smithereens like Combat Carl when Sid blows him up in the first Toy Story. Like you mean that happy child? We're the happy child, as Mr.
I,
Potato Head would say.
I am the happy child whenever I get to
Yeah.
smoke you.
Same. Do you have a Mount Rushmore like of the Pixar movies?
So here's my thing. Yes. uh, and it has to be Toy Story, Nemo, Cars, Up.
Okay, explain.
I think Toy Story, that's the George Washington. You have to have the first. I think like in Toy Story, it's like what's there the fifth one coming out? Like it lasted generations. I think we wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for Toy Story. Like no offense to a Buzz like that second. Is Pixar what it is today if Buzz like came out first?
I
I don't
don't
think so.
I don't think so.
Uh I think you have to have Cars up there because I think at least for a period of time, Cars was just the most profitable one. Like you got to sell so many toys and stuff like that. Like that was the staple in like every child's bedroom. Like it, like I think a lot of people think Cars is a bad movie, which I can't wait to go back because
I
Cars Two
haven't seen
definitely is.
Cars in a hot minute. Like I think I used to watch Cars with my dad at night. It would air on like the Disney Channel on a Friday night, and then
Hmm.
like Mac would fall asleep and I would fall asleep at the same time.
That's funny. But I think Cars did a lot for the profitability of Pixar movies. Like
Yeah,
I think it wasn't like the best quality, but it was like very much like there's a reason why I think it was like got a second one so quickly, and I think a third one like so quickly after that too. Like I think Cars and Toy Story are the only one who has like three films at this point.
currently out. Yes, they're working on Incredibles 3. They're working on Monsters Inc. 3.
And I think that just shows you how like successful Cars was.
Yeah,
I think Finding Nemo. I just said it was my favorite. Like I can't keep my favorite off of there.
yeah.
like, and I think Up. It's just. Is it the best? I think one of the segments we'll talk about this more later. Is like our rankings.
Yeah.
Like Finding Nemo is my favorite. I think Up might just straight up be the best Disney movie, Pixar
Okay.
movie. My bad.
Yeah, interesting. And I'm excited for you to like tap into some of the newer ones with like more themes of like things that are relevant to us. Like, I'm not gonna give too much away, but like I think Elemental is great commentary on like immigrant stories, and I
Mm.
think like Hoppers has a very environmentally conscious theme. So I cannot wait for you to tap into some of these more recent ones too. But like for me,
And I think one more thing, and with a Mount Rushmore discussion, which I get, everyone has their own Mount Rushmore.
and I'm
I
gonna give
think,
mine after you finish the statement.
thank you. I think the point of Mount Rushmores is like to like the four foundational ones. Like I think are there like great movies like later on? I think so, 100%. But I think these movies are on the shoulders of the Mount Rushmore movies. Like when they were talking about Raven Simone with the oh Disney Mount Rushmores. I think Raven's like very valid because she did throw in a couple very old people that like you might not think of, but it's still like we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for them. And that's why I wouldn't consider like any movie after like let's say Monsters University, even
Mhm.
though I think Inside Out a great
Yeah.
movie. Like
I think Inside
so,
Out has a case for the Mount Rushmore. First of all, also I'm repping my some
yeah,
I think possibly my all-time favorite Pixar character, the aliens from Toy Story.
the claw.
Claw, you have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful. But like, you want my Mount Rushmore? Should I hit
Yes,
you?
please
Okay,
give it to me.
so Finding Nemo, correct. Toy Story, correct. The other two, listen, say what you want, but I think Toy Story 2 is the best Toy Story film. It is my favorite one. That is the one I probably watched the most. And I'm gonna
Mhm.
put Toy Story 2 on there, which is wild because usually you don't put the first and the second in the same category unless you're talking about Oscar winners with The Godfathers. Um, and then the last one, I'm a sub out your rankings with Monsters Inc. But also these are like the big four original ones. With all due respect, I feel like Bugs Life is the black sheep of the early Pixar family. Like I feel like the first ones through The Incredibles are like so freaking strong, and then everyone's like, oh, and it's like have you ever Hamiltoned, whether you listen to the soundtrack, watch the Disney Plus project,
What
or
about Hamilton?
have you seen it, or like
I
are
have
you
seen
familiar?
Hamilton.
So, Bugs Life is very much the Aunt Peggy of the early Pixar movies.
Fair enough.
Like I feel bad, but maybe we could come away from this project, Bugs Life being the tip top tier
I'll
of
be
the
so
Pixar rankings.
surprised.
But like I mean, it's about unionization, right? Like
You know what? You know what?
also Kevin Spacey's the villain, which like yeah.
Yes.
We'll talk. I can't believe he's the first. He's the first voice actor we bring. Oh, not my hitting my microphone. Apologies to the listeners. Not him being the first voice actor we bring up in this discussion, being that man in our animation station project. But it is what it is. We can't go back now. So those are my four. Like I feel like those four shaped me as an individual. I mean, Incredibles is narrowly missing, but do you have any? Go
Like
ahead.
I think it's like criminal that Incredibles missed both of ours.
Yeah,
Because I think if you would have asked me like
Incredibles has the best workout music. Dun dun
interesting.
dun dun. It gets you hyped.
There's this one section of the Incredible soundtrack where it's like jazz. It goes so hard. It
Michael
goes
Giacchino left no crumbs. Like that white man has created so many incredible soundtracks.
like what was I think the movies I own from Pixar, like the physical copies. I don't anymore, but like Incredibles, Ratatouille, Wally.
I'm excited to rewatch Ratatouille and Wally specifically. I feel like those are ones that like I've seen a handful of times at most. Like Wally, I've probably
Mhm.
seen once, and I feel like I didn't like Wally as a kid, but as an adult, maybe it hits a lot harder, especially in
Mm.
2026. And then Ratatouille, like I was so pleasantly surprised. So last year for my birthday, my family and I we went to Disney World and we went to
Yes.
Epcot on my birthday. I had so much fun on the Remy's Ratatouille ride. Like it was so delightful. That was my favorite ride of the entire trip. I went multiple times. I was sad I didn't get to go one more time, but Ratatouille, like a lot of my like younger, early Gen Z, like firmly Gen Z peers, like my friend Karina says it's the best movie of all time. And I saw Ratatouille in theaters. I am excited to rewatch it, but like in my head, I used to play the GameCube game. That's how old I am.
Mm.
Ratatouille, but like I'm excited to revisit that one and like go to Paris. Like we were talking in the pre-show about Yumi and Tuscany, and like just like
Yes.
I love a backdrop. I love an incredible backdrop with a real vista and tourism aspect and appeal, like travel porn in your movies, I guess. What are some of the ones you're most like keen on revisiting or getting a first look at?
Like I think here's my thing. I am super excited, and this is a later one, to go back to Coco.
Coco, oh my God, so good. I saw that with my grandma for the first time in
Mm.
Portuguese when I was in Brazil, and like it gets me every time. Like I'm crying. I'm like half paying
I didn't
attention. I'm crying.
because I remember not loving Coco.
Oh, well, this was a fun project for 20 minutes. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm excited to hear, and maybe you'll
like
revisit it.
because I remember watching it, not caring for it, but like everyone else like loving it, and I'm like, maybe I missed something. Maybe there's like
Maybe you're the
something
problem.
I could be the problem. So I'm like
Mhm,
ready to like go back and like rewatch Coco and be like, okay, let me look at this at a fresh set of eyes. Cause
mhm.
I could because I'm a person. I'm a person
Yeah.
that's like I get annoyed real quickly. And once I'm annoyed, I'm like done.
Yeah,
And I
that's what we
think
talked about in the pre-show.
yes. And I don't remember what Miguel did early on, but I remember Miguel did something that annoyed me. And I was like, this
Yeah.
kid. This kid.
Now, for me, like the one from that era that I'm the most familiar with is Inside Out. I feel like I have the best recollection. Granted, I did rewatch it right before Inside Out 2 came out. Um,
Mhm,
Now, I'm looking forward to rewatching Toy Story 4 as well because I watched it once and I cried and I didn't like it, but everyone says it's subjectively a great movie. And as I've gotten older and, like the themes of
mhm,
friendship dissolving or evolving, and like changing, maybe it hits differently. Almost 20, 10 years, no, 7 years now since Toy Story
mhm.
4. And I think I want to do a full Toy Story rewatch before Toy Story 5. But like I'm also the biggest Lightyear hater and I'm open to having my mind change. I hate that movie with a passion. I thought it was so disrespectful to the story of Toy Story, because it just felt like, especially when the director was like out in the streets yelling, "Hey, I just wanted to make a space movie," and I was like, "And you butchered IP that matters to us." But maybe I'll revisit it and I'll come away loving it. So I don't know. Have you seen any of these? What's the last Pixar movie you saw?
Turning Red.
Turning Red. Did you like it?
Love Turning Red.
It's a period piece.
I think Turning Red came at that point where it's like, many movies are like, now the villain is family trauma.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like Encanto came out right around then too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think of this list, I think I've seen everything except for The Good Dinosaur and Cars 3. So those are the only two I've never seen. Um,
I actually, another movie I am interested in seeing, The Good Dinosaur again, because I remember everyone hated The Good Dinosaur,
yeah. I know
and
nothing
I
about it.
enjoyed it,
I,
and I
I'm
enjoyed it.
excited for that one just because like I cannot wait to like find out what it's about and like just like because I know really nothing because that's I guess the good thing about it being like panned movie is that like the spoilers don't really leak out.
I think The Good Dinosaur is a fun movie at the very minimum, just an aesthetically pleasing movie to look at.
Okay. Yeah, I mean
Like true.
Pixar even like Finding Nemo the like is like early
Yes.
Pixar like I mean it looks janky compared to like modern Pixar where like Woody and Buzz look so much more fleshed out with the animation styles of 30 years later
Mhm.
like Pixar just hit 30 years last year. And so of course there's going to be like evolution in animation style but like Pixar looks good early on especially for like
Yes.
what we had like Finding Nemo looks still holds up like maybe the animation style might be a little like off compared to what we're used to like we're not getting
That's
like
okay.
this slick and sleek K-pop Demon Hunters Spider-Verse animation style but like it's really really good especially for the time it's like the lead there's a reason Apple invested Steve Jobs invested all this money into it right
Yes.
what do you hope to learn from this Pixar rewatch about yourself about Pixar about humanity like is there any overlying things you're excited about exploring with this project in addition to just like discussing the stories that we love.
I think it's very interesting because I think there's a lot of these movies that I have not seen since my childhood.
Mhm.
And I think there's always this a sense of wonder, um not like rose colored glasses that you wear when you watch these things for the first time. And I'm actually very interested in like coming in a different point of view now that like life has hit me now, and I've had life
Yeah.
a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. And I think coming to these movies with a new point of view, I'm super excited. Like I remember The Incredibles. I used to be like, because I watched The Incredibles so frequently now that I came to Disney Plus. And I'm like, this. I have a newfound appreciation for The Incredibles and everything that it comes for. Now that like I am an older person. Not saying like, oh, it wasn't enjoyable, but I think when I was younger, I was like, oh, the fight sequences and oh, actions and stuff like that, superheroes. And
Yeah.
now I'm like, no, but the family life, the family interactions, interpersonal relationships, that's the
Yeah,
important thing.
that's the thing that I'm excited about exploring as well, like the dynamics between the characters and
Mm,
like themes that have presented itself in my life now that you like you said we have been lifing for a little bit.
mm,
Like the like for me it was always like the comedy, the action, the set pieces. Like I mean the airplane stuff in Toy Story 2. Like I always wanted to ride around in the conveyor belts with the luggage because of that movie. Like ride around swinging around on the doors in Monsters Inc. Like the comedy, of course, and we'll talk about like if you have any favorite scenes, memories, or lines in a moment. But like
mm.
just like seeing it from a more like I mean, I'm almost 30. I'm turning 29 in a couple months. You're turning 28, right? 27.
Yep.
28. Yeah. You're only yeah. So we're like around the same age. We're like approaching our 30s. We like we said, we legitimately grew up with this content, but they were made by people in the industry in their 30s and 40s and older.
Hmm.
So it's like, oh, this is about life. Now you've experienced it in multiple facets. You know what these characters are going through, even if they're like a group of cars, a group of toys, a group of insects. And how does it translate to what you're going through right now? And that's like the beauty of going to see like these Pixar movies as an adult in the theaters. Is like you're seeing these things and they're movies about childhood and the themes that you
Hmm.
learn, but it's also like Pixar is the best company for making movies for the kids and the adults in the same time. And I think from the moment like Toy Story ever came out, like my parents were like, "Oh, this is a movie for adults too." And I got that sense watching Hoppers. Like I was giggling so hard in Hoppers. Hoppers is in the most complimentary form of this word
Hmm.
absolutely deranged. Um, it's
Like,
it's it's so funny. Like I gasped in the movie theater. I cackled. I screamed.
I'm super excited to watch Hoppers. Have
Yeah.
not seen it
I
yet.
just hope it doesn't let you down.
Not gonna. I think one thing like I don't buy this, but I also haven't been watching, keeping up with like Pixar. But a critique that I've heard from Pixar, which I'm very interested to see since we're doing this rewatch, is people talking about how Pixar is becoming less relatable. and like how the early stuff in Pixar's have like these universal things that everyone can relate to, and the later stuff it became more specialized, where it's like it's a good story, but it only impacts certain demographics more than other. And I'm want to see how much validity there is to that critique of current Pixar movies, and
Yeah.
watching it through and being like, is this a valid critique, or is this people being like, this is a Asian girl and I don't care. This is,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to like have those conversations as well. And like I think Pixar is the most like humane of the companies in terms of like the stories they tell. Like they don't, I mean, they do sell out every once in a while. Like they make their stories a little
Lightyear.
like more clock them. But like I do think like a lot of the especially modern directors are trying to be very left with their storytelling, like more diverse in their storytelling,
Mhm,
have more real themes about like what's happening in the world and have these conversations. So I am excited about like tracking that throughout, because like when we were kids it wasn't as prevalent, but now we're as we're adults and we're in this world that we're in, and like we are recognizing these things, especially like as more creators of color are having opportunities, more queer
mhm,
creators, more creators of different backgrounds, right? Um,
mhm.
yeah, that's kind of like my takes on all that. If you have nothing else to add on that section of like what you're excited to learn from it, I have some other quick questions I
I would
want to
like
get
to,
to.
I would
But
like to say real quick, like I think we've gone too long in this podcast for me to be sitting here and not bring up Soul. Like, oh my gosh, like the black one. Speaking of diversity, like the
yeah,
black Disney guy. I think I remember watching Soul for the first time. I'm super excited to watch Soul again. Soul was such a fun movie. Soul is such an interesting movie about life, and I have had. I think after leaving Soul, I remember having like
leaving
an
Soul. Where
existential
did you see
crisis.
Soul?
We're on Disney Plus.
Okay, I was like, you didn't go to the theater. That was like Christmas 2020. We were all crisscross applesauce in our
Yeah,
homes.
I watched all Disney Plus, but I had this existential crisis. I'm like, oh crap, am I
Mm.
doing life right? So I'm super excited.
Yeah.
So I'm like super excited about a lot of these movies, a lot of like different feelings, a lot of different arcs. Like I think we're gonna have great conversations about each movie, and
Mhm.
I think whether or not we care for the movie or not, we're most likely going to care for the movie. I think each one of these movies, from Hoppers to A Bug's Life, is going to have some very interesting topics that we're going to discuss. It's
Oh,
such a good
absolutely.
conversation.
Yeah. All right. Now hit me with your favorite characters, scenes, memories, and lines from any Pixar movies.
Favorite character scenes lines. Uh I love the first thing that came to my mind. I don't know not know why this came to my mind was Cars. When Lightning McQueen was in court and he sees Sally for the first time, and then Mater was like, "Yeah, that's my girlfriend." He's like, "What?" He's like, "I'm just joking. She only likes me for my body."
Yeah, no, I'm excited to watch these movies that we watched as kids. Like, you know, like the headlights in cars, what that's
Yeah,
referring to these days. Now I'm like,
yeah.
oh, yeah. One for me that always will stand out to me is like when Mike Wazowski is like, put that thing back in it came from, or so help me. Dun 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 dun
Yes, that
dun.
was the second thing that came
Yeah.
to my mind.
I also love when I mean like recently I've like rewatched Toy Story so many times since the
Mm.
30th anniversary, and just like when they're doing the Andy's birthday thing and then Mr. Potato has like bed sheets because he gets bed sheets for a present. He's like, bed sheets? Who invited that kid? Yeah. Um
uh, Dory being like, "Are you my conscience?"
yes. I mean also just keep swimming, just
He
keep
does it.
swimming, just keep
I,
swimming.
I
There's like
get
so
why
many
Finding Dory
quotables.
happened. Like Dory is so quotable.
Yeah. I mean, Nemo, your son Nemo, your son Bingo, your son, yeah. What's up? Do you have any like vocal stems from like these movies? Because one of mine is like, "Aw, you guys made me ink."
Vocal stems. I
A
can't think of.
laser? Why don't you have a Woody late? Why don't you have a laser, Woody?
I don't think I have any vocal stems.
Um, yeah, it's just like there's so many good ones. Yeah, I don't know. There's
There's
just yeah. Mike Wazowski's
like
great. Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski is a good one. Uh, what was it? Pause. The opening scene from Up, like like a 5 star. Like they won.
Mm,
Did they win an Oscar?
they should have.
Like that scene alone.
Yeah.
That scene
Oh,
alone,
another one.
without a single word being spoken.
Yeah.
Like I do not know how you can convey such emotions just through a soundtrack and two people in love.
Okay,
Like,
sorry. This is not
yes.
not emotional. This is just silliness. But Toy Story 2. I don't want to use my head when they were gonna hit Rex. Also, we didn't even talk about the bloopers at the end of the movie, like the cut takes when they used to do like the credits, and they would be like, oh, the bloopers. They would make the whole blooper reel. Like,
Oh yes, 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 yes,
yeah,
yes,
like
yes. I
pretend
know
it's
what
like a
you're
real movie and they're
talking.
actors.
Yes, I like that. That was fun. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm very excited about all of this. Yeah. Do you have
Yes,
Do you want to talk about the segments?
we can talk about some segments.
So, you hit me with the one that you pitched me first about the rankings of the video you sent me.
So I think it'll be a fun idea to do a villain like tier list because I think there's like a lot of different villains throughout these franchises, and I think we should like tier list them as we go along from like how evil are they actually? Like
Yeah,
from like you know what this is actually a heinous human being to this guy was just doing his job.
yeah.
Like why are we punishing workers? Why are we punishing
And I mean, I'm ready to like declare it. I think when we get to Hoppers, which is going to be in many moons from now,
Yes,
but the villain from Hoppers could be a Mount Rushmore Pixar villain.
a Mount Rushmore Pixar villain.
Yes, and that's all I'll say for
Interesting.
now. Yeah, I cannot wait to talk about that. I also want to talk about like the dynamic duos who we see ourselves in. Maybe discuss who would be good on The Amazing Race and not. But of course, this would not be a good Pixar project if we didn't have our own ranking system for the projects once we're done.
Yes.
So AJ and I will compile our lists each episode, and then we will have an overall animation station ranking based on our criteria. And we might get into arguments. We might shed tears. Who knows?
I would like to say another line that just came to my mind that just like brings so much joy.
Yeah.
Um, please let me in, Mr. Fredrickson. Please let me
Oh my
in.
God. Kevin's a girl? Yeah.
I'll be
And
so
your
good.
monkey eyes. Like Mrs. Potato Head. I love Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah, Miss Petty. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
this is
So
gonna be
many
good. This is
good
gonna be fun.
characters. Yeah. I love Rex.
Rest is
So
a fun one.
yeah. Um I'm from Mattel.
I'm
Well, actually I'm
watching you,
not.
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
Always watching you. And then when Rex is like, I'm from Mattel. Well, actually, I'm from a smaller corporation that got bought out in a leveraged buyout. And I was like, ah, yeah, um, yeah, yeah. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited.
So fun.
Yeah. So we're gonna get things going shortly with this. We'll also probably talk about like the musical score, of course, and like the live action casting,
Yes.
and the music as well, because like Randy Newman went hard on that first Toy Story soundtrack, with like all his music.
Yes.
Strange things are happening, right? And you've got a friend in me, Woody's Roundup,
Yep.
so many good ones. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we're gonna also hit with recaps. I'm just very, very excited overall to like get into this. What is something like what is the movie on this list that you're like, I have no idea what this movie's about?
Brave.
And you've seen that one.
I
You've
could
actually seen that one.
like let me think. I think that's the earliest movie where like I think I know what happens, but all I know is that her mom's turned into a bear at one point, and I couldn't
Mhm.
tell you anything else that happens in Brave.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I for me, I mean, it's obviously The Good Dinosaur, but of the ones that I've seen, I feel like Wall-E. It's like, oh, I've seen this. I kind of know what it's about.
I love Wally.
Um,
Love
but
Wally.
yeah, Monsters University, like I couldn't tell you like a lot of the different beats in it. Versus like all these other ones, I could at least tell you most of it. Cars 3, also have no idea what Cars 3 is about.
I think Cars 3 is good. Cars 3
Yeah.
makes up for Cars 2.
Okay. I had fun
Yeah,
with Cars 2.
pause. Oh, I was about to say, if there's a movie I'm not excited to watch, it's Cars 2.
I had a blast with Cars 2, and I'm kind of sad because like I'm like, oh, it's probably gonna not be good because everyone says it's not good. But I remember going to theaters and watching it, and I had a blast. Like I love an international spy. And then when Mater eats the pistachio ice cream or wasabi when he thinks it's pistachio ice cream in Japan.
Listen, I love Cars.
Yeah.
And I
Um,
enjoy Cars 3.
yeah, so in terms of what's coming up next, we'll probably hit you with a review of Toy Story. That's gonna be the next thing in your
Ooh.
feed. Also, AJ, what else do you have going on and where can the good people keep up with you?
You can keep up with me on Twitch at the kid AJ Norse, where I'll be streaming Goose Goose Duck, some Pokemon, just playing some games, having some fun around there. You could also find me on Free Agents Millennial TV podcast with Matt Ligori, where we talk about Drake and Josh.
Fun, fun. Yes. I'm so excited for that project. You have no idea. Um, I cannot wait for you to talk about the episode where Josh hits over with a car. Um,
I'm excited.
yes. And
And
then I mean, like, there's so many good characters like Helen, Crazy Steve, Megan, of course. Um,
most of them are not in season one, apparently.
wow. Yeah.
Just
And
saying.
so, in terms of the Brazilian Dragon rebrand, so in addition to Animation Station, which we got going on, is also the kickoff of Slime Time Rewind, which
Ah!
is focused on Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, PBS Kids, like the cable side of things with growing up in the early 2000s, nostalgia-based content, a little different than an episodic recap. We're gonna like just jump around to different topics,
Mhm.
celebrate anniversaries, have conversations, like discuss who the real Mount Rushmore of Disney Channel is. And we have two pilot episodes already out there right now. So High School Musical 20-year anniversary and Hannah Montana 20-year anniversary. We're gonna do an all grown up kickoff as well, which will hit your feed shortly. But in the meantime, if you want to help Brazilian Dragon Productions, we are really excited about what we have going on here, but we could always use some help. So if you would like to become a patron of the Brazilian Dragon Productions,
Ooh.
you can go to patreon.com/slash Brazilian Dragon Productions for both Animation Station and Slime Time Rewind. That's going to be the home base. We have a couple tiers there, including private chats. You can be involved with the different like discourses in our chats. We have early access content, and then also a kickoff. We're gonna have a patron podcast on the side called The Dragon's Den, which is general hee hee ha ha about like current pop culture stuff. Mel and I are gonna do a pilot episode soon about what you can kind of expect for the weekly format of that to be. It's just like me and a friend chatting about pop culture, what we're watching, and that's going to be the Dragon's Den, and then also just like if y'all have ever questions about that. So there's a couple tiers listed. Hoping to get some merch out there. That's what the stuff would go to, and you can also subscribe on Substack for different type of access over there, and that's at thebraziliandragon.com/substack or .substack.com, whatever it is. Go check us out on YouTube. Go check us out on the podcast platforms, like your favorite podcast platform, Apple Stars, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Spotify. Leave us good ratings and reviews. Helps people find the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And that's it. Yeah. You can follow the Brazilian Dragon on Instagram at the Brazilian Dragon. And anything else, AJ? What should our sign
um,
off be for Animation Station?
our sign-offs for Animation Station.
Yeah, like I mean, you're the Buzz, right? Am I the Woody? You're the Buzz? Or are you Woody and I'm Buzz?
I think
I think
I
I'm
need to
more
be buzzed.
anxious. I think you're cooler and I'm more anxious. So I'm Woody, you're Buzz.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I bet you
I
have a
you know pause.
laser. I have
I
laser envy.
listen. The battery died, so I cannot take it out right now. Also, I don't
Yeah.
want to bind you.
You
Also, I don't
speak
want to bind
you
you.
also you sometimes speak Spanish and like dance. No, I'm kidding.
Listen. Yo soy.
AJ Norris.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, if we can think about a better Pixar sign off in a little bit, but until next time, everybody, we'll stick with the tried and true Brazilian Dragon one. Obrigado for listening. Goodbye.